Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with an update on all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We're in the second week of March, 8th until the 12th, Monday to Friday. Retail, low print, and imports. We want to thank our sponsor of this physical episode, Marvelous Games. In Europe on March 26th, we are very excited about the release of Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, the brand new entry in the well-loved Story of Seasons franchise. I'm a big fan of these games, and if you want to see how excited we are here at SwitchWatch, Juan made a video telling you the top 10 most exciting things this entry has to offer. In the latest installment, we get mounts, dating of course, exploring, and the classic gameplay of building up your farm. This is a game that can take up your life. We are all about physical here, and of course the game has a physical release which can net you a nice little buffalo plushie. How can you say no to that? There is a deluxe edition available to pre-order right now from game.co.uk. There is a link in the description as to where you can find this and pre-order for yourself. Thanks to Marvelous Games for sponsoring this episode. Now, firstly, before we jump in, I have to say that I had very little time to produce this episode. I've got some really important personal stuff going on right now, so with big regret, there is no community spotlight for this week. It will be back next week, and the theme will be them. So sorry about that, but, a lot of stuff going on. Crash Bandicoot 4 is releasing physically in the US this week. Not sure what's going on with the European release, but it doesn't look like it's happening just yet. This is a much anticipated sequel to a trilogy of all-time classics. Whether you experience the PS1 games or their remakes on modern consoles, I'm sure you'll be happy to see this land on the Switch. It's going to be interesting to see how it holds up on the system since, it's a bit more advanced than the trilogy, which was a pretty great port. I am excited, although I do have to finish the trilogy first before I purchase this one. Unsurprisingly, this is a popular one. This is Jonathan Rumor, Gannicus, Alolan Jojo, Dane Wilkinson. It's their pick of the week. Hotshot Racing is a really fun arcade racer, as we stated in our review, as well as our list detailing the best arcade racers out there on the system. Featuring a classic art style with chunky models and environments, great use of color. I'm sure people of a certain age will appreciate what this is going for. The gameplay ain't half bad either. Now, correct me if I am wrong, but as far as I can see at a very quick glance, like I said, had very little time, the North American version has the game on the cartridge with DLC, while the European version appears to be a code in a box and is releasing later this month. What's going on? Hopefully that's wrong, but we shall see. Keep an eye out. So there are some slightly delayed releases, as is always the case. They may rear their heads this week in Europe. Keep an eye out for Baobab's Mausoleum. There's also a handful of Badland Games releases this week that have dates for this week, but I do not trust them as far as I can throw them. And considering release dates are not tangible, I can't throw them at all. Apex Legends is launching on the Switch, and there's a good old code in a box to accompany it. Apparently it includes over £80 worth of in-game items like skins and stuff. I don't know, I've never played it, but I heard it's pretty good. Ubisoft are getting down and dirty with some codes in the box too. Trivial Pursuit Live, Risk, and Wheel of Fortune. I've got to do that in a voice. Wheel of Fortune! Right? That's how it went. Anyways, if you want some game shows in your life and you don't fancy a cartridge, then perhaps take a look at these. I can't resist a good game of Trivial Pursuit myself. Let's jump into the low prints. A few people like to say I'm prophetic, although oddly it kind of sounds like pathetic, but why would they say that? Regardless, last week I said I had a feeling that Sea of Solitude would get a limited run distribution in North America. Lo and behold, about an hour after the episode went out, the feeling in my bones was true. You can pre-order this right now at limitedrungames.com, and God of Resin has chosen this again as his pick of the week. He must really like it. They also announced that Hero Must Die again. This is an interesting RPG where you've already failed. The hero is dead and you're given 5 days to get your affairs in order to arrange the best possible funeral. An interesting twist on the genre, promising over 50 different endings depending on what you did, but despite that it's a fairly short JRPG. But nonetheless, a good one to have if you're a fan. This is available from Tuesday, and there's a standard edition as well as a collector's edition. And this is Elisa's and Alexander Cato's pick of the week. Limited Run, in a surprise announcement, have opened up pre-orders for Death End Request, a distribution effort for Idea Factory. This is apparently a mix of RPG and visual novel. Looks like it could be a cool game, although I do wonder how well it runs on the Switch considering it's made by Compile Heart. There's a standard edition which is also available on Idea Factory's website. Now we have limited runs number 4 and 5 game for this week. On March 12th, you can pre-order No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle. These two cult classic games are being released as separate physical releases, and I think a lot of people are excited about it. Personally, I would have liked to have bought them, but they're not standard retail, so I guess I'll be missing out. Maybe I'll hope for a Japanese double pack in the future. Anyways, there's a standard release for each game, plus a collector's edition for each game, which comes with a Steambox, soundtrack, poster, and art book. And yes, they are being sold separately. There's no like one big massive box, although you can bundle the two boxes together for like 1 cent extra. March 12th for this one, and Boombox JCross7776, they have chosen this as their pick of the week. Let's jump into the imports. If any take your fancy and you'd like to import them for yourself, then as always, there are import links below in the description and the pinned comment. If you use those links, it massively helps support the series ever so much. You guys are wonderful and amazing, and it wouldn't be where it is without you guys. And if you use our links, you can also get a very nice 5% off if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, to get 5% off any physical item from PlayAsia. A Train Hajimaru Kankou Keikaku is a game I am legit excited for. It's a train management cross-city management sim. You build your train line and you build your city around that. It looks really cool actually, and although I'm not sure I'll have time to do a review for it, I would definitely do it if I got it early enough. This is on my shopping list because this does have English language as an option, and there is no announced physical release in the West as of the time of writing. If you're looking for some Sim City or, city skylines with a nice Japanese anime style flavor, this could be a good one. And Brent McLean, he knows what's up. This is his pick of the week. I'm also going to give one last shout out to If My Heart Had Wings and Scourgebringer. Both should finally be sent out on March 10th, there or thereabouts. And even if they aren't, I ain't mentioning them again, I promise. But yeah, If My Heart Had Wings is a really nice visual novel. Scourgebringer is a fantastic action roguelike, both recommended for fans of the respective genres. These are both PlayAsia exclusives with standard editions and limited editions. And I also want to give a shout out to a pre-order to an import exclusive with English. One of my most hotly anticipated titles of the year, No Not Jungarian Story, which is an upcoming import code in the box I know you're all dying for, but in fact, SaGa Frontier Remastered. Just before last week's episode, this was announced as getting an Asian English exclusive release, kind of like Romancing Saga 3. I guess the SaGa series is big in Singapore or something? I don't know, I'm not questioning it, but this JRPG I cannot wait for. It looks fantastic and I've always wanted to play it. The SaGa series is known for its idiosyncratic take on the genre with different stories for different characters. I guess this series was kind of like inspiration for Octopath Traveler maybe, I don't know. It looks badass. I am definitely 100% getting it, and if you want to pre-order this, it was due for April 15th, but I just double checked right now and they've already put it back to May 31st, so we'll see if that's just a precaution or not. Links are below if you want to pre-order this yourself to support the show. And that's it for this week's releases, guys. Like I said in the intro, no community spotlight this week because I've got some really important stuff going on that I really need to take care of. I will be saving all your photos for next week, so don't worry, the theme of interior artwork will be next week still. And from what I've seen so far, it's going to be a beautiful collage of box art. Before I go though, I do want to share something that I picked up. I always put my money where my mouth is, and I said I enjoyed Forward to the Sky despite the digital price and short length, but it's a cute game. Nice laid back adventure puzzle. If you like a Zelda dungeon or two, this may be one for you. I advise you check out my review for more information on this title, but today I am showing off the collector's edition. There is a standard edition available in Asia and Japan, but this is the collector's edition. Inside comes the game, of course, with some really nice box art. That's what sold me on the game initially, before I'd even seen a screenshot or trailer. I like the stoic heroine, the bright sky, I really like it. I'm always into the vast expanse of the sky theme. In the collector's edition, you get a soundtrack CD, which is nice because I like the music found here, especially the first few levels. You also get a modest art book. I guess there's not a whole lot to show, but you can compare the old artwork with the new one, see character models and such. You also get an acrylic figure, which is kind of cute. I'm not wholly into extra stuff outside, box arts and CDs, but acrylic stands and figurines, they're getting much higher on my list these days. I kind of like them now. I might even display some of them like this and the Kamiko ones I have. If you want to purchase this yourself, the standard version or the collector's edition, then consider using the links below and our coupon code. This is a nice little import if you're into obscure little exclusives. I like it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Physicals, guys. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Jonathan Rumo, Ganica, Santa Tartaruga, Alolan Jojo, Alexander Kato, JCrod7776, Alyssa, and our brand new executive, Punky Doosa, and all the others who have joined our memberships. Thank you ever so much for your support. Please check out last week's episode in case you missed it. Not a lot of people watched that one. Not sure what's going on there. But anyways, thank you for watching all the way here. If you watched all the way through, you're a legend of the highest order. As always, give me a high five in the comments so, I know who you are. The longer you watch, the more YouTube likes to push us, right? Check out some of our other content, including our other channel based on PS5 and Xbox content. We'll see you guys over there. Take care.